Okay, here's the thing. Do we tap it in and let it fall, or do we pray we won't have to do surgery? Oop, there it goes. I don't suggest this, but I'm going to tap it in gently and see where she lands. Might have to do a little turning, a little socket. Not beating the hell out of it, but I know it goes weight on there. There we go, it's straightening out. Hope. Let me check it with a big flathead screwdriver. If I had one. I have a little one right here. Okay. Turned a little, that's a good sign. Let's see. Clean the sludge off this one. There's the monster. Not liking this. I'm going to have to get the puller. Turn the engine a little bit. It said that thing's a real bugger to get in. I'm thinking I should have done it when it was apart, but it's going. It's just giving me a little struggle here. I can tell it's not on the cam gear yet because it's not moving. Oh. Put a little tool oil in there so I know she's catching. Now I'm at TDC. Okay. We need an extension. That's what we need. There it goes. Ooh, very happy. Yeah, I can tell it's like one tooth off, because if I have it at top dead center here, I'm just one click that way. Can I get it out? Not without the puller, and you know what? I'm going to leave it where it is for right now, because I'm going to borrow a puller from somebody. I'm going to buy someone, and it goes down in the hole and it expands and grabs it so I can pick it up. Go one click like a Chevy distributor and pop it back in. So for right now, that's okay. As long as it's not stuck. And I can see it's not stuck. It's floating free. So put this back at TDC. It's only like a degree. Excuse me. Oh, this cold is killing me. That's all she needs. She was a little dry. Lucas stuff is crazy. It's like a liquid wax. Really nice. So yep, I'm definitely one tooth off. So we'll continue this video at another day. What you can see is we're at TDC here, right in line with the case, and if you look straight down, I'm just a little turn to the right, so it's got to be like a 1 2 5. Now I have an 09 distributor, so it really doesn't matter where the cam dropped in, that cam gear. I'm off one notch. I have the actually hard to find dust cover for the points, which doesn't have any just yet, but sits in that groove. I got a Bosch. See the little notch right there in the case? That's where number 1 points to. That's why number 1 is sticking all the way out. Got a good used rotor. This original Bosch used cap for now. I don't like the stupid clear ones they give you. Something doesn't want to sit. They different sizes? That's right, they're different sizes. This one has a click, little notch. It's hard to do one hand, man. Hard to do lefty, too. There we go. Okay, distributor's in, and it's on 0, and I have this odd extended 10mm nut that not most people have. I found that on another distributor and type clamp, and I took it off it because it wasn't the same as this one, so it's pretty cool. Nice long 10mm bolt. So I'm going to put the fuel pump back on now after I find the push rod. Here's the fuel pump all cleaned up. I need to find the gasket for that. I believe the push rod is in here. Here it is. Nope, that's a drill bit. Don't need a drill bit. I don't think a drill bit would work. Oh, it's in one of my cases. I don't want to be sick anymore. Here it is. Here we go. Another part, and I know it's clean because I just cleaned it the other day. It's half the battle. I need an oil pump gasket. Do I have an oil pump gasket? That's a good question. That's the exhaust. That's all the exhaust. That's the oil filter. I know I have one. I'd be amazed if I don't have one. I think it's in the other bag like this. I might not have an oil pump gasket. I have to look around. What's all these? That's the flywheel, exhaust, old style exhaust, single port, dual port. I know this one goes in the crank, but I never understood why. These are the nuts for the fuel pump and the washers, so I can get those. Exhaust. That's my headphones. Looks like I'm gonna have to get one. And it's not one, it's two. Oh, it's not one thing, it's another. This is that other little camera. You get to see how good this thing does, or it doesn't. It's cute, that's about it. I only paid 20 bucks for it. It looks like a little PlayStation. But it's nothing like my Kodak. We'll play with it, it's fun. Shut it, shuts off. It's pretty cool. Put that somewhere semi-safe. I gotta look for my gaskets. Alright, back in a few. Well, I found them. They're right here. You can lightly see them outlined. Actually, the outside's a fuel pump. The inside ones are the oil pump. The outside ones are the oil pump. The inside ones are the fuel pump, because there's one top and bottom on this thing. So I'm going to try and peel these out carefully and put them on the Bakelite plastic push rod for the fuel pump. I take it back out again. It's friggin' broken. I just got this. Oops. How cool is that, huh? Not too shabby. Well, I got good news, I got bad news. Good news is my engine tins are in the Jeep. I'm taking a ride. We're going to powder coat them right now. Bad news is when I put my distributor drive gear in, I forgot that this can't be in there, and it broke it off inside, and there's a lot of little pieces in there. That's where the fuel pump block goes. This thing's brand new, and I broke the tip off. Son of a bitch. So, I'm going to have to open this case again. Not a big deal, but I have to get another one of these. I got to get all the crap out of there, and there was something else I forgot. What the hell was it? Oh, I'll be sure to bring it up. What the hell was it? It was something I didn't do when I took it apart. Wasn't the timing marks. All that stuff went fine. I'm going to clean out this hole so the distributor drive gear should drop in. Actually, I'm probably going to put it in before I even put it back together. But, what do you do? I screwed up. Oh, that's how I was getting them off. Impact gun takes them right off. So I got 6 bolts holding the case together right now. The bitch is going to be fighting the stuff that's all dried up now, the sealant, which sucks to scrape that off again. Shouldn't be too much of a problem, but So today, I'm not going to worry about this. I'm going to, how about bitch? I'm going to go to Hank's, my buddy Hank's, and powder coat my engine tins right here. I'm choking on a candy. My intake manifold, and I actually have another set of intakes. Here's my red ones. I like the red. If I get another set, I'm thinking I'm going to powder coat white, because I like red and white and black. And they're all up near the booby cup that nobody wants. This is my skull. We made this, God, a couple of years ago, I believe. Maybe, I think it was last year. I don't remember. But I'm going for a ride. I'll do a video when I get there. Okay, have a good day. Went to a place called Harbor Freight and I bought this. It's a little too big by about 4 inches. I can always cut it and weld it, or get another tank. It is steel, so that's going to be my gas tank if possible. I also bought another horn. Father's going to love this one. This is an ooga horn, so we got a siren, an ooga horn, 2 beep beep horns, and a bullhorn. Foofy's outside. Come here, buddy. Come here, boo boo. Hey, boo boo. What you doing, you good boy? You having fun? Go get Dawn. Go ahead, go get Dawn. It's absolutely beautiful out. I even mowed the lawn. I did sandblast the engine tins and the intake manifold. Oh, I also bought a hitch. This is for my towing project in the future. Now I'm going to put a piece of metal that goes from this under the tire all the way to this. Pick it up, set the tire on it, put it on the trike, plug it in, and on the Jeep, and tow it away. It's one of my ideas. This was $10. This was like 36, and I seen this there. That was $10. I have not heard this thing go off yet. I should try it, huh? I've got a battery right there. Boo boo, come here. Oh yeah, I've got to strip these wires maybe. Okay, here's the noise. If it'll work. I'm actually afraid. Holy shit. That was loud. Boobie, come here. What you doing? His name is Fufu. It's a long story. Foofy, come here. What are you doing, boo-boo? His nickname is Boo-Boo. Huh? That's my boo-boo. What you doing? Bob will be here soon. We're going to go for the flea market. So yeah, it's a nice day out. We're going to hit the flea market and get something to eat, then the flea market, and go from there, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing today. I'd like the glass BBs. That would be nice. The things are pretty heavy. It's got to be like 30 pounds. Ah, what a nice day. My $3 valve spring tool. Got all the valves out. Alright, we're taking a ride in the Jeep, going to the flea market. or the wife's car, or Bob's truck. You gotta go in, buddy. You can't go to the flea market. There comes Bob, I think. No? Not yet. Hey, come here. Boo boo. Boo boo. Hey. Come here, cutie. I almost fell. I almost fell. Alright, let's go in. This is the original bolt. There was two of these that hold the handlebars, the triple trees down. Now, these are coarse thread. I'm putting on the new handlebars, and these were holding it on. They'd only catch a couple of threads, of course. They would hold it on, but they wouldn't stay there. These I found, stainless steel, in my little scrap bin, or junk box I have. This happened to be the same thread, and I got a couple of washers. So what I need is these two right here. And I can put my new handlebars on correctly now, not just kind of floating in. Now, this one's got a screwed up thread on like two of them, but brass nut slides right over it, so I don't see a problem. I'm going to put some blue Loctite so they don't back off, and I'm going to put some washers so they don't dig into the aluminum of the top triple tree. It's sitting out here. Having fun, looking for parts. sandblasted, and painted them. It's called liquid chrome. Nice stuff. These top springs are still drying. Working on my headlight bracket. I have this pipe hanger thing I cut in half. I made a headlight bracket, and I made a speedometer bracket off of it. I gotta clean that up. But turns out when I put the springer back together, because the speedometer cable drive is so low, that the cable's too short, so the speedometer ends up being here, not up here where I want it. So I'll just make another bracket that probably puts it right here, just for legalities. But I gotta shut my radio off. You guys can't hear this thing. Understand that new, if you have to buy this thing called a Springer, it is well over $1,000. Now I got this one for $200 off of Craigslist. Got the handlebars for $20. This headlight is a Bates headlight. I think it was like, God, $60 back in the day, and I've had it like 2 years. Never really had a use for it. It was supposed to be for something else, and just never happened, of course. The original Red Baron project. But good on here. I left that there so I don't lose it, because I got to take those out and clean up those bolts. I'll get them in stainless or something pretty. But Uga in, the springs, these have all been sandblasted. And I didn't want to powder coat them because I was afraid that the heat would destroy the tension on the springs and make them brittle. Now when I took this thing apart, there's a little aluminum washer right there. When I took this thing apart, this one was missing. So some dumbass who took it apart didn't put the spacer back in. So I'm either going to have to make one or make two that match, or find a better way of doing this. But it just keeps the spring on center from bouncing around. But I have it kind of straight. I didn't really mess with it. I think this thing is 5 inches. I forget how big a Bates headlight is. Where is my tape measure? Here it is. It's a little worn out one. I got a brand new one somewhere. Cannot find it. I think this is 5. I am wrong. It is about, it's about 5.5. Yeah, 5.5, 6 inches. Not really big, but it looks really good. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. Remember, the body has a light here and a light here in front of each wheel almost. Put this down. I haven't been outside all day. We made a trip to the flea market and I didn't really buy anything pretty amazing. I showed you the tank, I showed you the wheelie wheels, I showed you the future hitch. The heads are all apart still. But did pretty good. I mean, the headlight's on. I had this huge, I want to say it was like a 6-inch pipe hanger thingy. I took pictures of it, and I cut that thing up in so many pieces, man. And it's about 1/4 inch thick. Yeah, that's 1/4 inch. Yeah, at least 1/4 inch. And kind of too heavy, but then after I got using it, I was like, you know what, this is perfect. I cut those pieces all over the place. I made, like I said, the headlight bracket, which mounts off of the back tube, the main beams, because this doesn't move half as much as this does, and you don't want it to bounce. Now it's real close, really close here, but remember, this is the only one that's going to be moving. If I blew a wheelie and come down, this thing is going to go that way, not this way. And these springs absorb that, and these guys just absorb the rebound, so you don't want to blow any wheelies just yet. But had a good time. That's it. I am going in. You have a good night. I got a ton of pictures to post too. And I have a cold. I cannot breathe through my nose. Still, Here's my wheelie wheels. These things are red and black. I was like, they're perfect. They are, I believe, 175 pound. No, made in China. I just seen it. What the hell is it? Caster poly rigid 35, 175 pound. Not going to put that much weight on it, but it's going to be a snap reaction. These would go way out back here. On I got to make like a spring or use a little air mount or something to make the suckers bounce. What did I just drop? My pliers. Never fails. Always freaking dropping something. Oops, let's put my blue Loctite away. I use blue Loctite on just about everything. Especially the Springer. All these little parts. The only ones I didn't is these haven't been put in yet because they're kind of rusty. I'm going to go through the whole thing with a torque wrench and tighten all these bolts. But it's good to see it together. Not sure if this goes this way, but that's the way I like it. The other way you can mount it is upside down from that. I really wish I was running a water jet because I would make a new one that would be something different and maybe a little longer, or this would end up being, you know, over here and it'd be a long plate, but this one works. I like the idea of the point down. It has all its spacers and its hardened bolts. Everything's in the right place. I mean, I'm kind of scared to do this because, well, these are all grade 8 bolts, but it's kind of creepy when your life depends on two little, what the hell are these? They're not 5/16, they're a little bigger. They're 9/16 bolts. But 4 little 9/16 bolts is what holds your front end on, and a 17mm axle. Eek! I know, it's what they do, but kind of creepy. This thing is awesome. And I'll tell you before, if I took this nut out, this thing would just blow into a wheelie without the spring on. That Springer has to weigh a good 250. Maybe 2. Maybe I'm pushing, maybe $1.50, but it is heavy. When you pick up this and this and this and this and this and these beams, these are solid steel. I mean, just my little pedals, just these things are heavy. Imagine what these are. These are the same thing, solid steel, not tube. I got this for $200, like I said, where they were bent just a little bit to one side. I don't know why. Brought out my friend Bob's and we straightened them out, and I mean, we straightened them out. They are picture perfect. Here's the space in the tire. Now, when I had that on before, it was so off-center it wasn't even funny. But that's it. Like I said, I'm going in. You have a good night. Enjoy the pictures.